Hey, in this video we're going to talk about a little exercise called reverse 3. In it we're going to discuss arrays and their indexes, and specifically how to reverse an array of 3 elements. We're not going to go into any specifics on loops and the like, we're only going to play with the indexes. With that said, let's see the exercise and code it. Here's the exercise itself, so let's briefly get through it. Given an array of integers of length 3, return a new array with the elements in reverse order, so 1 to 3 becomes 3 to 1. And we have a couple of examples. Okay, so let's see. Think of an array. Just if you still don't remember arrays, I'll just quickly recap them for you. Think of it as a block. In our case, in this block, we have 3 compartments. Let's get the first example. In our compartments, we store 1, 2, and 3. In computers, how we use arrays is basically we use the name of the array. Let's name this one ARR and its index. So we give the name of the array and the index, and with that, we can use the element or find the element, read it, or write on it. In this case, on 1, we'll have the index 0. On 2, we'll have index 1, and on 3, index 2. As you've probably heard already, in programming, we always start counting from 0 when we use indexes. So then, in this case, let's get this second example. On index 0, initially we have the element 5. On index 1, initially we have the element 11. And on index 2, we have the element 9. And after our program does its thing, on index 0 we should have 9, on index 1 we should have 11 again, and on index 2 we should have 5. Okay, what can we notice is that the second element remains always the same. This means that we do not have to swap its indexes, and in this case, let's look at how this should be done is pretty much with swapping indexes. Let's say we start by swapping the index of ARR 0 and give it the value of ARR 2. This means that we assign this thing to this thing. And pretty much, if we see this example, then we will have 3 to 3. But this means that we have lost the 1 and we cannot assign it. And for this, now when we code it, I will use an additional variable, namely BP as backup, in which I will store the value of ARR0 before I start the swapping operation. With that said, I think it is good time to jump over to our PyCharm and start coding. Okay, we have our PyCharm now, so we should define our reverse3. And as an argument, we have ARR, the array given. Okay, how we approach this now is, as I said, we need another variable, BP, in which we will store ARR0. After we store ARR0 in it, we pretty much can swap the indexes, and namely, we can assign ARR0. We can give it the value of ARR index 2. But then, if we want to assign the ARR2 index, we cannot do this simply by assigning it ARR0 because we've already assigned this and we won't have a proper output. So over here, what we should do is we should assign BP. What this does is pretty much as we had 1, 2, 3, Right now, we will have 3, 2, 1 because we properly backed up 1 and then we put 3 in the place of 1 and then on the place of 3 we put the backed up 1. And finally, we should just return ARR. Now, how do we test this? It's quite simple. We just have our test array. Let's just name it like that. And we'll give it values 1, 2, and 3. And now we just need to print and use reverse3 with our test array. Give it a test array. And now we should just run this. Run. And yeah, we have 3, 2, 1. Just for the sake of testing, I will do it with 5, 11, and 9. And running this, yep, it reverses them properly. Yeah, with that said, I think we're done with the exercise. If you have any questions, feel free to talk to your mentor or ask this on a tutorial. And yeah, have fun with Python, have fun with the exercise, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.